Okay, it's May. We're starting a wonderful new series. So, during this year, we're planting a lot of seeds. We've taken many different approaches to it. So, how are we doing out there? Planting your seeds pretty good? Everybody looking at the new things they want to create in their reality? All right. I wanted to open with just a parable from the Aquarian. This is chapter 116. It's a very familiar parable that Jesus gives. It's about the kingdom of the soul, the kingdom of heaven. And he says, the truth, the spirit of the kingdom of the soul is like a ball of leaven that a woman hid in measures 3 of flour, and in a little time the whole was leavened. Everybody's heard that one. Everybody's heard that one? Okay. So it's like putting into a space, putting a seed into a space where it will naturally be growing, a natural growth. When we were preparing to go to Egypt, so many years ago, I was studying about some of the cultural history, and I discovered that some scientists had tried to recreate how they grew their bread, how they did their bread. And there's a natural bacteria in the air that helps the leaven overnight do its thing. So it is actually in an environment that supports its growth and makes it very easily done. So as I was working this morning, Spirit was reminding me that when we plant a seed and the consciousness around it is flourishing to support it, it is very easy. It doesn't require much effort on our part, does it? Don't we love those kind of seeds? Don't we wish every seed we planted was that way?
Oh, yeah.
Do we try to treat every seed we plant to be that way? Yeah. I'll plant that seed and I'll check on it later. And oftentimes it's easy to understand that there are consciousnesses that do support certain seeds. The example I was given by Spirit was, let's say a child is born and a child wants to be a singer when it grows up. And a child is born into a family of musicians, where it hears music all the time, it hears notes all the time, it hears stuff being played all the time. That is a consciousness that would support that child becoming a singer, because the music is a part of its environment. Do you see? But some of our dreams are birthed from a space that the consciousness around us is not that complementary. Do you understand? So, there's also a parable that I'll just paraphrase that Jesus gave. It is the parable of the farmer who is working very, 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 very hard. And a wise man comes by and says to the farmer, "Why do you toil so every day and every night?" And he said, "I don't know anything else to do." And the wise man said to the farmer, "Do you not know that underneath your soil there's gold? You should be a miner." And in the parable, Jesus said, men are afraid to do what their ancestors did not do. Men are wanting and are programmed to only follow the steps of the ancestors. So in that parable, he was telling the man, or telling all of us, sometimes we have to be different. Sometimes we have to actually be true to ourselves. And going deep for the gold, we know metaphysically, is going within to our own potential and our own goodness. But do you not think in the parable going from a farmer to a miner is difficult? Mm-hmm. You have to change everything. You have to change the whole mindset. And most of us are planting seeds like that. Yay us! We're planting seeds that we have no idea how to get there. We have no idea what to do to get there. So, this is what Spirit said. Some seeds are easy. Some seeds need shifts in consciousness to attain, and those we call goals. Goals. Things that we need to achieve that requires a shift in consciousness to attain. So, this is what we do with our goals. We have a goal, and our first step is we get our gear. Did you get your gear for your goal? Yeah. Whatever your goal is, you get your gear. You get geared up for the goal. We're gearing up for the goal. And then we find determination. Because you'll buy your gear before you determine, don't you? Because having the gear helps you get determined. Now we get determined, we've got our gear, we're determined, and then we take an action step. Those are 3 simple things that we all do all the time. Yes? Very familiar. Very familiar. So, our focus on that moment is on our desire, is it not? And our focus is that I can do it, this is awesome. Yes? Okay. So, we all know that we have not followed through on that numerous times. So what I wanted to do was just walk you through some awarenesses that might help all of us as we're trying to manifest these goals. Okay, so Spirit gave me some visions to share with you. See, Jesus spoke in parables. I speak in vision parables. So I saw this beautiful energy of someone getting into a boat. Just a boat. Not a canoe, just a boat. And this is their gear. This is their goal. They're in their boat, they've got their gear, they've got their paddlers, they're paddling out into the waters, into a new space, new energy. They're paddling out into the new space. And they're paddling out, and the water gets wider and wider because we're going into a greater and greater space. It's a bigger dream. And all of a sudden they see a guy fishing. They paddle over to the guy fishing. Hey, did you catch anything? You always have to ask that. And then the guy chitty chats with them. Well, I caught this or this, and then they hang with the guy for a while, and maybe drop a line with him for a little bit, chitty chatting, and just really enjoying the fishing. Then the fisherman has to leave. Guy's still in his boat. This is a parable. The guy is cruising along on his boat. Maybe not quite so enthusiastic, maybe laying down enjoying the sun a little bit, a little paddle here, a little resting there. And all of a sudden this jet ski guy comes out of nowhere, but it's not a jet ski guy, it's a boat dragging skiers. What do we call that? A ski boat. Okay, a ski boat comes by. He's dragging skiers. And the guy in our little boat just goes, this is amazing, look at that, they're having fun, they're going around in circles, it's amazing. So he pulls up and he starts chatting with them. Wow, you guys are having such fun. And they said, we'll hook your boat up. We'll drag you around a little bit. So they drag the boy, he's skiing, he's having a great time with his little boat. Having a great time, turning in circles, it's fabulous. It's wonderful. And then he gets a little dizzy, and then he stops playing, and he just starts floating around a little bit, and floating a little further out. The water gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because he's going down to a new space. Floating around this huge ocean. This yacht goes by. Wow, people, yacht, awesome. He paddles to the yacht. He makes himself known. They say, hey, this is a party yacht, come on board. And so he hooks his little machine up, his little boat, where it can be towed with him, gets on the boat and starts partying with everybody, it's awesome. And they say, yeah, we're going that way. He goes, well, that's okay, I'll go that way. And he's partying with them all the way to their destination. And he realizes he's going in the wrong direction. So he gets back in his little boat, and he starts to paddle yet again. But the water's kind of cool. And now he's looking for people on the water. Who else can I meet? This is really fun. I'm going to enjoy myself. Somebody else is going to come by and I'm going to have a good experience. This is called rocking on the waters. We have good intentions. We get out in our little goal. We get out with our little paddle. And we love the distractions. We let them take us over there to play for a while, over here to fish for a while, over there we're going to party down. Wrong direction, doesn't matter. I got time. See? How many of us have done that? We have many hands. This is what Spirit called the rockin' on the water syndrome. When you find yourself in your goal, going into a new space, and you start letting just the pleasures of whatever comes get you off your purpose, you begin just to rock on the waters. And do you know what the solution for that is? Start paddling. Where is your focus when you're rocking on the waters?
All over the place.
Ah, what's happening? Whoever comes on. Where was your focus when you created your goal? On you. It was on you and your desires. So our focus has gone from what we really wanted to what's coming around us. That's one level. Okay, so if you did not resonate with that, perhaps this is yours. So they showed me another beautiful little example. We've made our decision. We've got our gear. We're geared up. We've got our determination, and we take a step. We are going to make something happen. We are making it happen. There's a path in front of us. So I see the path in front of us. We're making it happen. We take a couple steps. Then all of a sudden, the path is lined with everybody in our world. And they're all talking to us. And they're saying, no, 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 you can't do that. What's wrong with you? That's not what you're supposed to do. Yeah, what do you think you're doing? Do you know you're going to lose everything? And all these voices start talking to you. And you take a couple of steps. And the one that you love, the one that you really love, of course they're saying negative things to you. So what do you have to do? You have to stop, look at them, turn and face them, and tell them why they're wrong. And then you have to explain to them why you're doing what you're doing, and you have to argue with them. And then they have good arguments, and you have good arguments, and you're just tussling with the one you love. And when you say, well, I'm done with you, and you turn around and get back on your path, guess what's on your path now? Every single voice that said no to you is now all on your path. They're all right there. They're waiting to tell you how you're wrong, and you need to stop, and you need to stop, and it's not what we do. Our ancestors didn't do this. You're crazy. This is called the I can't because of you syndrome.
Oh.
I've heard of it.
But I want you to think about it. I can't because of you, because of your voice, because of what you're telling me to do. And especially if I love you, I really can't till I've wrestled you to the ground. You know? Yeah. I really can't. I can't because of you. Where's our focus?
Outside.
On them.
Yeah.
We're listening to all those thoughts that are coming at us. Can't because of you. The remedy for this syndrome is follow your heart. The minute you go back into your heart to listen to your heart, to listen to your guidance, the path opens. And they can be full, it can still be full of people going, I don't think so, oh, you're going to lose everything, oh my God, what's wrong with you? And that's fine, because your heart goes, take a step, take a step, take a step, and you just keep moving. Anybody been there? Okay, all right. The last one that they showed me was, you're geared up, you're determined, you're taking action, it's awesome, and it's hard.
Yeah.
We're back to the miner again. And they showed me this vision of, can you imagine mining? Can you imagine mining with your little, whatever that, pickaxe, and you're just picking at the rock? And you're trying to change the environment. You're trying to go to a dream that's bigger. You're going for the gold inside. And you've got to literally exert so much focus and energy that it becomes so hard. And then you start going, oh my God, I've got to get through this. I've just got to get through. I've got to get through this experience. I've just got to make it through. If I make it through, I'll be okay. I've just got to make it through. I've got to make it through. Now, where's my focus on? Everything that's happening around me. The matter that's coming at me. Everything that's hard. I've got to make it through this. Now, what you're focused on expands. What are you going to expand? The difficulties and the challenges. I got to get through this. I got to get through this. So, this is a moment where you don't know what you're doing anymore. You've lost your vision. You don't know how to make it work. Why should you know how to make it work? You shouldn't know how to make it work. You've never been there before, right? Going to a new space. So it's hard. So, our focus goes to the matter. I've got to get through this syndrome. The solution is, remember your vision. Let your eye go to the vision of what you want to experience. So every chip that you make against a rock becomes a vision of where you're going to be. This is taking me where I'm going to be. This is taking me where I'm going to be. Keep your eye on the vision. I'm making my dream a reality. I'm clipping away the matter that is to make my dream a reality. Okay. So, everybody take a breath. So, all of you have done all three of these. Because anytime we're working toward a new goal, we have to do it full. Body, mind, spirit. The rocking on the water is your emotional state. It is so easy to have fun instead of do your thing. And our emotional bodies love that. Distract me, just distract me. I was at Unity Village many years ago and I was doing a 2-week study. It was many years ago. Our first week was under our belt. I mean, this is Unity Village. This is where you're studying to be ministers and such. It's high energy. It's wonderful. I remember the first week ended and the girls that I was rooming with said, oh, we have to get out of here and go to a movie because we've got to dumb down. And I went, what? What do you mean? We got to get back into our own world. So they went to see a movie. But you hear what I'm saying? Like, I can only take this so long. And I got to go find somebody on a boat or a yacht that's going to twirl me around a little bit. You know? I need to feel distracted. It's too much. So it's good to look at them and go, yeah, those kids. But we do too. When we can't because of you, we are allowing the thoughts of someone else to take us off. So our emotional body has to stay focused, and our thoughts have to stay focused. I can't because of you. I'm not thinking my thoughts, I'm thinking your thoughts. I'm thinking ancestors' thoughts. I'm thinking what has been, not what can be. And I got to get through this. Now we're dealing in matter. That's when the rubber meets the road, so to speak. So as we're allowing goals to become realities, we have to keep paddling, follow your heart, and keep the vision, the idea that I'm making my dream real. Isn't that so much fun? Isn't that so easy? Yes, okay. So, on every one of these levels, mental, spiritual, and physical, mental, emotional, and physical, we have to keep our focus on self. Do you realize how easy it is to take your focus off yourself? It's just so easy. And it's okay. You're going to wake up in your same bed tomorrow. Your life is okay. Yeah. You got food, rent's paid. It's okay. You're going to wake up in the same bed tomorrow. You're going to take a deep breath and maybe try again next week. But if we really want to experience an expanded state of awareness, whatever that might be for each of you, we have to stay awake to all of these areas. All of these areas. Does that make sense? All right. So Spirit said this. One of the reasons that we have to do this is because we are changing from an environment that our consciousness that may not be complementary to our goal. So they wanted me to share this with you. You know, there are two consciousnesses that should be complementary to your goal at all times. One is meditation. Meditation. When you take a minute to breathe and go within, and you're just feeling that love of God within you, does that not support your dreams? That is a way to live in an area, or to build a consciousness where you can plant anything and it'll be supported, right? And the second thing that they mentioned was, oh, dare I say it, church. That was Patrick. When you come to a place where people want to succeed and want you to succeed, they want to shine and they want you to shine. Do you understand that? The idea that I need to withhold my light for you to shine is not metaphysically sound. If I withhold my light, I am teaching you to withhold your light. If I shine, I am teaching you to shine. See? As we give, we receive. Traction, throw a law on it. It doesn't matter. When you come to a place where people love and support your dreams, no matter what they might be, you're creating a consciousness that is supported, that helps it grow. So meditation and church, easy. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. When you do that, when you really allow that focus to be on you so keenly, you touch your spirit. Let me say that again. When you allow your focus to be on you so keenly, you touch your spirit. Which is meditation, touch your spirit. Your thoughts, you touch your spirit. divine intervention comes through. That's when the heavenly energies come through your thoughts to tell you greater things, your emotions to let you find fulfillment in that moment. Have you ever seen anybody that's working really, really hard, and you go, you need to take a break, and they go, no man, I'm having a great time. I'm hacking at this rock. This is amazing. It's awesome. Have you ever seen Patrick paint?
Yes.
Oh my God, he goes into this Zen space. It's like, Patrick, take a break. He's a Zen man, and he's loving it. He's loving it because spirit is moving with him. You see? So when we get to the space where our essence, our focus is so keenly on us, we touch that spiritual core that is the origin of the desire in the first place. All of your desires are born from within. Now, it may be that you thought it was because you saw a commercial of that kind of car and you want that car. It may be that's what you think your desire was born of. But somewhere within you there was a desire for transportation, for a car. Maybe not that car, but for what you needed for your spirit. And as you touch within, the perfect car for you comes. The perfect transportation for you comes. Spiritual energy flows into you, and in this world, we are divinely cared for. Nothing is withheld. Anything you want, you can have. We are divinely cared for. When we look at it that way, doesn't it make planting seeds look easy? But when you're planting the seed and you're cracking the rock and you're wanting to go play on the yacht, it's not, is it? That's when you have to stay mindful. Okay, God, what would serve me now? Maybe half hour on the yacht? Yes! Okay! You know, Spirit doesn't deny us stuff, but gives us guidance so we can achieve what we do desire in a healthy way. All right. So, the seeds that are planted in an environment that needs support are really our goals. When we focus on Spirit, heaven intervenes, and it intervenes on every level. Body, mind, spirit, and emotions. And anyone who has had to move from one level of consciousness to another to achieve their dream, most of you will understand, it is normally not instant, because we're going from one level of consciousness to another. So it requires what to change? We have to change within, right? We have to become greater, bigger, more open to receive. But it is instantly moving. It moves instantly once you start, but it is motion. And our prayer, God, I would love this quicker, it's fine. You can ask for that. Just know that when you do, whatever you are holding within you that you need to heal will come up. So maybe you want to say, God, help me trust and make it easier. Maybe that's the better prayer. But everything moves when you start. Moving from here to here. We have witnessed the elevation of race consciousness on many levels in the last 20 years. But it took some time. We have witnessed the elevation of individual consciousness. Maybe take 2 years, maybe 1 year. Doesn't matter. People are different. We've seen so many people lift up. And if you've been working with Spirit for any length of time, are you in the same consciousness you were when you began? It's not possible. The more you bring in that light, the more you bring in God's love, the more you will lift as well. And then the seeds that you plant would be greater and greater. Greater and greater seeds. Now, are you guys dreaming big enough?
No.
No. Okay. And if you touch that inner spirit within you, what would it ask you to dream? We don't know until you touch it. You know, and maybe you're going to dream a dream that's put in a goal that you'll achieve in 5 years, but you need to start today. Maybe you'll achieve in 10 years, but you need to start today. It needs to become a part of your walk today to get there. The key to all growth is self. If you are growing for anyone else, you're not growing. If you are putting on a mask or an outfit for anybody else, you're not growing. You're just pretending, kind of. You're playing. To grow, we have to keep focused on our light, on who we are and the importance of our beingness. I am important. Can you guys say that? How does that feel? Okay. I'm important. And my dreams will be created and manifested by me. Me and God. Not you. Me. All right, do you feel inspired?
Yes.
Okay, let's go within. Let's anchor this. Take a deep breath and just feel that beautiful light of God's love pouring over you. And imagine this beautiful light takes you to a space within your heart. Just let yourself move into that beautiful garden within your heart where you are safe. Allow yourself just to feel energies, perhaps see a color, feel a vibration. As you move into your heart, if there are any thoughts, just ask them to be still for a minute. And I want you to go deep into the silent space. A space where you feel God. Open and feel that love. Feel that God light in you. And just feel a desire to be you. I want to be me. Feel the love responding. Feel that light of God. I want to be me in all my glory and all my expanded consciousness. I want to be me. And see or imagine a beautiful light now coming from you, just filling up this heart space. A light that has everything you need. Guidance, peace. And somewhere in that light space, there is an object for you to pick up. Whatever that object looks like, whatever it means to you, it will mean something at some level. This is an object for you to remind yourself to focus on you. Hold it in your hand. Feel it. When I leave the space of oneness with God and move into co-creating with God, I will take this with me. I am important. Now breathe in all of the light that is there. Breathe in all of the substance and supply. Feel your gratitude to God. And begin to move back down the energy so you can come back into your physical body and just sense yourself on your chair in your column of light. And just stay there for a moment. In your mind's eye, see that you hold your gift as you sit in your chair. In your mind's eye, become aware of all of the angels that are around you. And feel the presence of Jesus Christ. And feel your team. You do not paddle alone. You have a team. Let your heart expand in gratitude to all that are there. And Father, Mother God, we thank you for this moment where we can truly begin to realize our divinity. and to take our light into the world. And we love you. And so it is. Take a breath. You can open your eyes. Did we get some interesting tools?
Yes.
The more interesting the object you picked up, the more your mind needs to remember it. You might want to go home and record it or write it on a little piece of paper, put it in your car, put it where you'll see it, so you can remember the team that you have with you. All right, we are planting seeds, people. Yay, God.